Welcome, Libra, to your guided healing reading. Guided healing, what we're going to do is take a look into what is the current wounds that you are healing, what is keeping you stuck, how to get you unstuck, and then some general advice on how to heal this wound. Congratulations, by the way, you guys came in second place for this month. And you were just a couple votes away from coming in first. So just letting you know, you will get a bonus reading in April. And just a reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes do get a bonus reading, and whoever comes in first gets the extended for free. I would also like to let you know that I am currently running a 30-day free trial for a Scorpion or Eagle membership on my website. So Eagle membership would get you access to the extendeds and all extended, so you can watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, or whatever placement you are working with. I would also like to let you know that my books are finally open again after being closed for quite some time. So if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, whether it's a tarot and Pokemon card reading or an astrology service or one-on-one spiritual mentorship, I am open for new clients at this time. And recurring clients, of course. All right, so Libra, let's get started. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had Death card. King of Swords in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 10 of Swords. So something is definitely dead, done, and over with here for sure with the Death card, right? Which usually like references transformation, but this is more of an ending. So something ended. King of Swords in reverse, I feel like this has to do with someone who was a liar or some sort of soul contract that you finally broke. But someone who was not impeccable with their word. So again, someone who was a liar or someone who withheld the truth or really was just disingenuous in general. So it's like, you know how they say like the truth can hurt or whatever. It's like, well, they hurt by not telling the truth. I really do not like the King of Swords. It's really someone out of integrity completely. With the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like you were no longer accepting breadcrumbs about this situation. It feels like maybe you were kind of begging for answers or begging for something and just kind of being strung along. But here is the King of Swords, literally with the 10 swords, and it's in his back. So again, whatever happened here, it is dead, done, over with. There's really no going back. And I always say that the 10 of Swords is what people who don't know what tarot is think the Death card is, right? Because the 10 of Swords, there's no going back from this, right? He literally has the 10 swords in his back. He is literally gone. There's no sort of revitalization. Although it does kind of look like there could be some shenanigans going on here because the Death card, right, is Scorpionic. It represents death and rebirth. But in this deck specifically, it's very Saturnian because, you know, he has the sickle, right? He's a skeleton. It even has like the little Saturn sigil there. And there are definitely some distorted Saturn energy within this Death card because, you know, there is a sort of necromancy, you know, bringing people back from the dead, that zombie stuff. And I never noticed this about this card until quite recently, but there's an inverted pentagram on the back, which relates to, you know, kind of like satanic things that go against the divine nature or against God, right? Like, for example, summoning a zombie. So I definitely feel like whatever has ended here, there was definitely some very unnatural things that you were fighting against, which it appears that you have been victorious. So congratulations about that. We have Trainer Drone Rotom. So trainer indicates somebody else's energy, right? Drone Rotom can be someone who may have been hovering around you or someone who was trying to, I want to say observe you. That's what keeps coming to mind, but that's not what I'm trying to say. Maybe stalk almost. Rotom is a plasma spirit Pokemon, and it's a plasma spirit that is able to inhabit any sort of electronic. So for example, it goes in a Pokedex, which is kind of like a phone, and it makes the phone / Pokedex sentient. So it can talk to you. It's like, hey, Rotom, tell me about this Pokemon. Oh, Grandpa is a dragon type, right? And so it can go into like your washing machine or your lawnmower. So like it can do your laundry for you or, you know, mow your lawn for you, right? Because it's a sentient spirit because it's a plasma spirit. But here it's in a drone, which drone kind of gives a very, you know, non-sentient kind of feeling. But anyway, some of you may be working with some drone technology or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's kind of like a sentient, non-sentient thing, if that makes sense. Which again, that's that kind of zombie energy here as well. And then we have Drampa using Berserk. So Drampa is a dragon type. So it definitely kind of gives me grandpa energy, kind of like old school stuff. But it is dragon type. Dragon energy helps clear very dense energy within the collective. So again, it feels like this was a very dense, you know, thing that you dealt with, and then dragon spirit here is here to like cleanse all that dense energy. But it is using the attack Berserk, which means that things can be going a bit berserk. Things might be going a little bit haywire at this time. So we're going to see what we can do about that, Libra. That's what came out in the cleansing ceremony. As I mentioned, we are going to be doing the guided healing. And this is for the months of March and April, which really this is March, April, May, and June, because come May, we will be doing the shamanic shift because I change them every other month. So yeah, the next reading will be in May, but it's going to be a different type of reading. So I guess this healing is kind of a 4-month period thing now that I've done that math. All right. So Libra, let us see. Like I said, we're going to check what wounds you are currently working on, what is keeping you stuck, how to get you unstuck, and then some general advice on how to heal this wound. So let's see what's going on, Libra. 10 of Pentacles. So the wound has to do with lineage is what I'm hearing, but a lot of it has to do with the way things physically have been going on in family. So 10 of Pentacles is traditionally sort of generational wealth and things like that. So you may be healing generational wealth or maybe the lack thereof. But as you can see, it's like these people are a couple, there's kids there, there's a grandpa. So there's a lot that has to do with lineage. And again, sort of the physicality of things. Like here she is grabbing the, you know, the fruits and vegetables and things like that while, you know, he's tending to the farm and things like that. So it definitely feels like it has a lot to do with your physical reality, but something that has to do with lineage. Let's see, what's the light energy here? We have cast form weather reading. So this is a weather Pokemon, which has to do with environment. So it could be the environment of familial things, or perhaps if it's not like your direct blood family or relatives, it could be the people that you are in community with, or that you physically live with. And weather reading. So cast form, interestingly enough, so cast form looks like this little guy, right? And this is what he looks like on a normal day. If it's sunny out, then you know, he turns into sunny form. So this is like regular form. That's why it's the weather Pokemon. And if it's rainy, he turns into a raindrop. If it's snowing, he turns into this like icicle sort of thing. So a lot of this has to do with sort of the way that the environment influences us. And I'm hearing like epigenetic influences. So this can be environmental influences and the way that it causes inactivation or activation of certain sequences in our genome. It says its form changes depending on the weather. The rougher the conditions get, the rougher cast form's disposition. So I feel like this is, again, it feels like kind of a long time coming, that things that you've been dealing with, and it feels like the environment has been getting rougher and rougher, and it has taken a toll on your disposition. So I'm hearing, you know, where you may have been, you know, bright and cheery, now it's kind of taking on more of a, it's like, it kind of feels like you used to be a sunny form and now you're a neutral form, but you might be turning into an ice form, right? It's like your disposition has kind of gone to neutral, but it might be going negative because of things that have been happening. Let's see what's the shadow here. Coming out stuck to the 10 of Pentacles, Drone Rotom. So again, trainer indicates somebody else's energy. So it seems like someone here may be hovering. Again, might be spying. It's not spying, but it's like observing, stalking, kind of always there, if that makes sense. And again, there's this sentience and non-sentient energy here. So it kind of gives me the energy of like maybe someone who's not all there. Let's see, should we look closer? All right, let's see. I just saw Cook there. We have Chubchu using Chop. This is the chill Pokemon. So I feel like you're trying to be chill, but the thing is, again, it's making you icy. The way that there is this hovering, again, like drone energy, I feel is very invasive. Like I think of people, right? There's not a lot of drone laws in a lot of places. So it's like people can fly their drones technically, you know, at a certain altitude, like over your yard, right? Or, you know, come in like your personal space with drones or things like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe there are new laws now. Last time I looked a couple years ago, but a lot of things change, right? So anyway, again, it just feels kind of invasive energy here. And Cubchu, so this can be, again, there's something about lineage here because cub is like, you know, being the baby cub versus like the mama bear or whatever. So I definitely feel like this is family related. It says, when this Pokemon is in good health, its snot becomes thicker and stickier. It will smear its snot on anyone it doesn't like. So I feel like, again, it's influencing your disposition, which may even be influencing your health, right? If your disposition is declining, that may make you feel sick because your emotions are becoming cold and stuck, right? Stuck emotions manifest as physical ailments. So, and it's talking about smearing its snot on anyone it doesn't like. So I feel like there's a certain level of disrespect and perhaps even being very, there's an aspect of not being cleanly, being very unhygienic. All right. Let me drink some water here. All right, let's see what's keeping you stuck. So I was hearing that a lot of it, like I heard money. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So, so both of these, obviously Pentacles, it's all about the Pentacles. So a lot of it has to do with physical reality. So Three of Pentacles is all about work, right? It's the card that represents doing physical labor or really any kind of labor. And it's the card of planting seeds so that they become a sturdy orchard. So some of this can be that there is some sort of issue with the foundation. And maybe that nothing was really passed to you at all. It's like, you know, here he is teaching them, right? But he also has this orchard already that he can kind of give to the next generation. So it's kind of like, it's kind of feeling like you're a bit empty-handed. As if like nothing has really been given to you in your lineage. And Seven of Pentacles in reverse, again, it's like not even a plant that's like this, right? I mean, a sturdy orchard's one thing, but something that has been growing for a certain amount of time that you can continue to sort of, you know, pour your emotion, time and energy into it to keep it growing. It's like you haven't even been giving that. So I kind of feel, again, it's like nothing's really been handed to you to make things in your life easier. And again, it kind of feels like this aspect of a lack of generational wealth that has been given to you. Let's see what's the light energy. So it's like not only were you not taught, it wasn't, it's kind of like, for example, if this guy is like a millionaire or whatever, right? He's teaching them how to invest, how to, you know, diversify assets and things like that, and literally how to plant seeds, right? So that they constantly produce and can be self-sustaining in a physical way, right? Whether it's actual, you know, food that you are eating that you need, or whether it's a monetary thing. Going right to the drone Rotom, we have Cosmium using star protection. So there can be this energy of, you know, Cosmium is representative of the cosmos, and it's the eye here, as you can see, which I failed to mention that on her food basket is the eye, right? Which has to do with protection of envy, protection against envy. And so it's like, you know, the protection against the evil eye, and the evil eye is envy energy, right? Jealous energy. And so part of that can be, well, okay, that's a whole different thing, that a can of worms I was just about to open, about, there can be this family energy that I'm feeling of, like, lineage that is jealous of people who have this, and therefore it's sort of put on you to not have more than they have, because then they would be jealous, sort of thing. But anyway, again, that's a separate thing that's coming through. But anyway, we have star protection coming out. That wanted to go right to drone rotom. So when it comes to star protection, star, right, in tarot represents being in alignment with, you know, celestial things, obviously with the cosmos, but just being in aligned with your higher self. And so there is this energy of feeling the need to sort of protect your higher self and, you know, things with the cosmos and things like that, against this drone rotom energy. So this plasma spirit that is infiltrating the technology. So this can be considered kind of like an AI Pokemon, but sentient AI. It says, as it absorbs light, Cosmium continues to grow. Its golden shell is surprisingly solid. So there, and it's called the Protostar Pokemon. So it's talking about how it absorbs light. So this is obviously a void energy, right? Only void absorbs light. So it absorbs light, and that's how it continues to grow. So it feels like, again, the growth that is happening is absorbing your light, which is not good. This is a void that is sort of siphoning your energy. And again, it has something to do with whoever or whatever that drone rotom is. Let's see what's the shadow here. Going right to that drone rotom. I mean, you know, it's just crazy how it always works. But there was a certain finesse to the way that landed, you know. And we have trainer, blues, tactics. So trainer indicates, again, this other person's energy or other thing's energy. And blue is Gary Oak, which is the, like, frenemy or nemesis, actually. In the original games, he's your nemesis. He's like your, I mean, it's not like you want to, you know, you don't want one another to perish, but he wants to become the ultimate Pokemon master, and so do you. And so it's like, as you're going through all the tasks, he's always showing up like, hey, nana nana boo boo, smell you later, you stink, battle me, I'm better than you, I have more badges than you, sort of thing. So there is this energy of, you know, kind of like a rival or enemy energy. And again, this is what is keeping you stuck. There is something about drone rotom energy that is stealing your light, and where it feels like some sort of enemy in some sort of way, or that you have to go against it. And Blue's tactics, I mean, his tactics are, he's kind of a jerk. I mean, that's the only way to put it. So it's keeping you stuck, and can be, you know, whoever's hovering might be a jerk to you. Again, we see they're, you know, rubbing their snot on you. You know, they may be, you know, just like a brat, or, yeah, just being mean. And again, this is what's causing your disposition to go down. All right, so, wow, we're already there. So, like I said, in the extended, we are going to take a look at what we can do to get you unstuck, and then some advice on how to heal this wound in general. So let's ask Mother Nature to take us into the extended here. I saw childhood innocence. So again, there can be this aspect of, it's like someone may be functioning as a child. And again, Cub Chew is very childlike energy. So it's like someone who's smearing their snot on you, and nana nana boo boo, being mean, being a bully. Like, that's very childish energy. We have Stone People, Vigilance, and Milky Way Perspective. So Stone People, right, Vigilance, these are a species of, I guess, kind of humanesque, that you never see and you never really hear about because of their vigilance. They have kept away from humanity because of how humanity is. And so there's this energy of, like, not being seen, of you know, hiding oneself and things like that. And again, that can be part of this, you know, perhaps the inner child energy here of needing to hide the true self, or feeling like you have to, you know, or even in the nervous system state of constant vigilance, right? Of hypervigilance, which, you know, can ruin someone's disposition, can make them a brat, can make them constantly hover because they constantly feel the need to be vigilant. And then we have Milky Way perspective. So it seems like sort of viewing things from a higher perspective is going to help us get you unstuck here, and then also how to heal this wound. So if you would like to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below. And again, there is a 30-day free trial if you would like to check it out and see what kind of value it holds. It also gives you access to my musings page, which has a bunch of different articles about a variety of topics, including up-to-date astrological transits and such. So if you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below, and I'll see you there.